Welcome, friends, to an exciting conversation about the latest developments inside the Pi network ecosystem. Over the past few weeks, the project's core team has quietly rolled out a collection of artificial intelligence-driven capabilities that promise to turn ordinary users, people with no technical background whatsoever, into genuine app creators. If that sounds like hype, stay with me for the next few minutes. By the time we reach the end, you'll see how someone who has never written a single line of code can sketch an idea, pay only a token fee in Pi, and publish a fully functional Web3 application that lives on a personal .pi domain. As you listen, imagine the possibilities for your business, side hustle, or passion project. You might discover the easiest path yet to launching your own digital product. Artificial intelligence, at its core, is software designed to mimic human decision-making and creativity. Traditional programming forces developers to anticipate every possible scenario in advance, writing explicit instructions for each one. Modern AI flips that model on its head. You supply a broad description of what you want, and the system fills in the details, drawing on vast training data and sophisticated pattern matching. Think of it as handing a seasoned architect a casual sketch of your dream house. Instead of forcing you to pore over blueprints, the architect instantly produces a complete set of plans, cost estimates, and a 3D walkthrough. Pi Network's new AI layer does something remarkably similar for apps, except that the blueprints are lines of code, user interface layouts, smart contract logic, and security best practices condensed into a deploy-ready package. For years, the biggest barrier between a great idea and a working application has been the skills gap. Learning to program takes months, if not years. Hiring a professional developer can cost more than the idea's originator is willing, or able, to spend. The Pi team's announcement effectively erases that roadblock. According to the official notice posted inside the mining app, creating an application within the Pi ecosystem no longer demands any programming knowledge. You, your neighbor down the street, or the local shopkeeper who has never cracked open a coding tutorial can start an app project today. All that's required is the willingness to describe your concept in ordinary language and pay a nominal micro fee in Pi coins when you publish. Micropayments are central to the vision. Instead of hefty upfront costs or recurring monthly subscriptions, you pay a fraction of a Pi for the heavy lifting performed by the AI engine. The cost structure is so small that most pioneers, Pi miners, will hardly notice it dent their balances, yet that tiny payment incentivizes the platform to keep improving its automated tooling. For creators, the micropayment model removes financial anxiety. If an experiment flops, you haven't mortgaged your future. If it succeeds, you still control the bulk of your tokens and can reinvest earnings into growth, marketing, or further development. You may remember that the Pi network previously introduced .pi domains, short Web3 addresses that function like personal real estate inside the decentralized internet. Many early adopters snapped up their names or brand identifiers the moment the domains became available. A .pi address turns your app into a discoverable destination without the overhead of traditional hosting or complex DNS configurations. Combine that simple branding layer with the new AI toolkit, and you get an end-to-end pipeline. Brainstorm an idea, feed it into Pi's AI builder, point the finished product at your .pi domain, and invite the world to visit. Let's bring the concept down to earth with a concrete example. Imagine Rita, a home-based baker who already accepts Pi for payments at local markets. She wants an ordering app where customers can choose flavors, schedule pickups, and leave reviews. In the past, Rita would have had to learn JavaScript, wrestle with database schemas, and configure payment gateways, tasks well outside her comfort zone. Now Rita opens the Pi network's AI builder, types a paragraph explaining that she needs a cupcake ordering app with a calendar and ratings section, and clicks Generate. The AI assembles a sleek interface, integrates a Pi micropayment module, and even sets sensible default prices for toppings. After reviewing the preview and tweaking a few color choices, Rita pays a few hundredths of a Pi, publishes the app to cupcakes.pi, and shares the link on social media. Within an afternoon, her business has leapt into the digital age without external developers or hidden fees. Emerging entrepreneurs aren't the only beneficiaries. Teachers can produce interactive quiz platforms for their classrooms. Musicians can release exclusive tracks behind Pi-powered paywalls. Local nonprofits can spin up donation portals. Because the underlying infrastructure is Web3 native, projects inherit built-in decentralization and user-first privacy, sidestepping many headaches that plague conventional web apps. The AI engine also bakes in security patterns, things like form validation and rate limiting, so first-time creators don't inadvertently expose user data or invite spam attacks. Skeptics may wonder whether automatically generated applications can compete with handcrafted software. The Pi team anticipated that concern. Early testers report that the AI builder allows iterative refining. After the initial generation, you can adjust wording, request additional pages, or ask for a different color scheme, and the system regenerates the relevant components without touching the pieces you like. This cycle gives non-technical users a low-risk sandbox for experimentation. Over time, the AI itself will learn from aggregate feedback, meaning quality improves with each public release. Seasoned developers aren't excluded, either. They can export the auto-generated code, tweak advanced settings, and contribute extensions, potentially earning Pi as community plugins gain traction. Beyond practical tooling, the new features expand Pi Network's philosophical mission, empowering ordinary people to participate fully in the digital economy. Mining Pi on a phone was the first step, democratizing currency creation. Launching AI-assisted apps is the second, democratizing innovation itself. A farmer in a rural village and a university student in a metropolis now share an equal ability to publish software, limited only by their imagination and a few spare Pi tokens. That echoes the earliest dreams of the internet, before complexity pushed creativity into the hands of a technical elite. If you're feeling inspired to test the waters, here's a gentle suggestion. Start by outlining a simple pain point in your personal or professional life, something you wish an app could streamline. Keep the description conversational. The AI thrives on plain language. When you open the Pi Apps Builder, paste that description into the prompt box, press Generate, and watch what unfolds. Even if the first attempt isn't perfect, you'll gain insight into how the system interprets instructions. Refine your wording, regenerate, and observe the improvements. After 2 or 3 cycles, most users arrive at a version they feel comfortable publishing. At that point, attach your .pi domain, set a micropayment price if relevant, and click Launch. Congratulations, you've become an app publisher. As you explore, don't forget to share your experiences with the wider Pioneer community. Pi's strength has always come from cooperative problem-solving and goodwill. When you post screenshots, success stories, or tricky questions, you help the AI builder learn faster and encourage other hesitant pioneers to take the plunge. Collective experimentation accelerates ecosystem growth, which in turn raises the value and utility of the Pi you already hold. Before we wrap up, a quick practical reminder for new viewers: if you appreciate updates like this, remember to tap the like button so the algorithm knows you're interested. Share the link with friends who might benefit from plug-and-play app creation. And if this is your first encounter with my channel, hit the subscribe button and enable notifications so you never miss future deep dives. Fresh tutorials, real-world case studies, and community spotlights are on the way. That's all for now. We've covered how Pi Network's new AI-powered tools remove coding obstacles, let you pay pocket change-sized fees in Pi, integrate effortlessly with Pi domains, and open doors for entrepreneurs, educators, artists, and activists alike. The technology shrinks the distance between a spark of inspiration and a live application, empowering anyone to carve out a presence in the evolving Web3 landscape. Thank you for spending your time with me. I look forward to seeing the amazing ideas you transform into reality. Until the next video arrives, take care, stay curious, and, above all, have fun building the future you want to see.